let's explore defensiveness and judgment, because the two go hand in hand. Where there's going to be judgment, there's going to be defensiveness. And where there's defensiveness, there's judgment. In this sense, judgment is a form of attack. It's judgment. It's like you're attacking the other, or you're attacking something, judging this, judging that. And when that's perceived, then there's going to be a need to defend oneself against that attack. I feel judged, so now I have to defend myself. So this judgment, this defensiveness are really inseparable. When you experience this in your life, yeah, I was very defensive in that conversation, but it's because I felt like I was being judged. It's because I felt like I was attacked. And having this awareness of this activity, attacking, defending, attacking, defending, we can go beyond it. By seeing that what you are defending is not really you. This activity of judging and attacking is really the separate self. Now, the separate self is not an entity, it's an activity. And this activity is that defensiveness and that judgment. If we question, well, what are you defending? It's always, I'm judging the other, I'm judging myself, or I'm defending myself. But what are you defending? It's just defending the idea of yourself. It's defending the sense of self. It's defending the self-image. And you see, as long as there's this attacking, and defending, there's just no peace in that. But seeing that what you are is beyond that activity, that you are seeing that activity. That which is seeing that activity is never attacked, and it needs no defending. It's never threatened. It needs no protection. But it's when we're identified with thought, this me that I believe to be, it's this me that feels that it's under attack. It's this me that feels like it needs to defend itself. And depending on what you identify with, then when that's brought up, or when that's questioned, even worse, it feels like I'm under attack. It feels as if I'm being judged. And then I get all defensive. And when there's this identification with this activity, it's very reactive. One person says something, then all of a sudden you feel like you're threatened or hurt. You need to protect yourself, defend yourself. You need to go on the offense and attack them. And you see there's just this conflict. There's just this fight. But being able to just simply observe this by witnessing this activity, in that observing of the activity, you aren't identified with the thought. And you're just simply resting as peace. And you're not getting entangled in that activity. You're not getting entangled in that reactivity. So you don't feel so triggered because you aren't identified with that thought. This me that I believe to be has its associations. Favorite sports team, favorite musician, favorite spiritual practice, favorite spiritual teacher, favorite food. So much that it's supported by. And it's as if any of these things, these supporting thoughts, are brought up in a way that doesn't feel so good. Then it feels like it's a personal attack. You attacked my sports team, it feels like you attacked me. You attacked my spiritual practice, it feels like you attacked me. You attacked my favorite food, it feels like you attacked me. And it could just be brought up in conversation. Not even harsh judgment, but that's just the way that it is perceived. That anything is then perceived as judgmental. They're criticizing me. They're not criticizing the sports team, they're criticizing me. They're attacking me. So then, I won't go into it too much in this video, but something else kind of happens. Part of this whole entanglement is this blame game. I'm blaming you for how I feel. I feel hurt, and it's because of you. So there's blaming the other for how I feel. I feel hurt, and you did it. And now when I feel like the other is hurting me, and I'm blaming the other for how I feel, I then become a victim. So I'm not just identified, I'm identified as a victim. That I'm being hurt by others. But by seeing through all of this activity, that's seeing that, wow, let's just get to the heart of this. conflict. Let's get to the heart of this pain. Who is it that's been hurt? Who is it that needs to defend themselves? Who's being attacked? Who feels threatened? You see, we can never find actually some separate entity. We can't find that me that you believe to be. There's just this activity. It's an image. An image is an activity. It's a sense of self. It's an idea. To make it a little bit more understandable, it's kind of like a reputation. When someone says, you hurt my reputation, your reputation isn't you. It's your reputation. But look how if one's reputation is tainted, affected in some way, look how it feels like you have been hurt. So it's like this me that I believe to be is always like in an arm's reach of favorite food, favorite sports team, favorite teacher, favorite practice, favorite religion, favorite this, all these things that it's now kind of almost kind of attached to, reaching out for. And any of these things that then get questioned or somehow brought up, now it's like, oh, you're walking on eggshells. Don't say one more word about that food that I like, because I might just lose it. You're coming too close. So it always kind of feels like they're coming in. The other is invading me. It's almost like it's coming closer and you've crossed the line. You're now on my territory. It's this kind of, again, everything's seen as the enemy. I'm fighting. I'm at war. But then to just come to the heart of it, well, who's at war? Who's fighting? Who feels threatened? Who's attacked? Who's hurt? We can't find anything. It's not there. But what is there? What is here? Not there. It's here. What's here is peace. There's nothing that can be threatened. It was just a lie. It's a lie that's threatened. The truth can never be threatened. It's a lie that needs all this support. The truth needs no support. So this is peace. Coming to see that what you truly are can't be threatened, can't be hurt, can't be affected, can't be destroyed. You want to ruin my reputation? Go for it. You want to make fun of my favorite food? So be it. You want to say that my sports team sucks? Go for it. It doesn't affect what I truly am. And in realizing this, you can walk around, sort of say, unprotected, vulnerable, open. That you don't need to guard yourself. And the peace, I don't want to say that comes with it because it's not that accurate to say it like that, but the peace that comes with this realization, the peace is the realization. The realization is the peace. Well, then it's now you can enjoy everything because you're not attached to it. It's not your identity. It's not supporting who you think you are. There's a playfulness to it all. Prior to this, when it is your identity, there's a seriousness to it. This pressure. What's this pressure of holding it all together? Shaping one's self-image. Preserving one's reputation. There's so much effort with this. And that's why it's so illusionary. It's like you have to make effort to maintain an illusion. This is what gets so exhausting and tiring. You see that with a lie, a lie needs another lie to support it. It's just this constant lying, lying, lying. So much effort. And you get entangled in your own lies. You get imprisoned in your own lies. But to see that none of that is true. It's not actually what you essentially are. And it's freedom from that prison made of lies. It's freedom from the illusion of that's what you are. You're more than a thought. It's illusionary because it's a thought that's appearing to be you. But once you observe this me that I believe to be, what you refer to yourself as me, and you are observing it as a thought, and you're just simply being with it, and then it disappears. How can that be you when you are experiencing the absence of it? And this is what I mean by the lie can't stand next to the truth. It's like it runs. And then what remains is the truth of what you are. And this is freedom. Unconditional freedom. There's no more need to defend yourself or attack the other. Life is no longer seen as some battlefield. There's no enemies. So it's very powerful to question. Well, in this time of feeling so hurt, feeling that I need to defend myself, feeling so threatened, feeling so insecure, unsafe, well, who is it? Who is it that feels insecure? Who is it that feels unsafe? Who is it that feels threatened? Because the activity will always create more activity as a distraction. But coming to the source of that activity, there's no distraction. And when there's no distraction, you can see clearly. And it's that clarity that you just simply see what is what. And you realize that what you essentially are is free from all of that. And always has been. Hope this helps. See you in the next one.